Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 60-Minute Mash.
Welcome to the 60-Minute Mash. It is the 2nd of October 2024,
Yeah.
and thanks for
Can't
joining
believe
us.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Chink. What's happening?
Not a lot in the beer world. Put a brew down last weekend, as I normally do, and I put down a Captain's Choice, which is my lager
Seems
that
to
I
be,
do. It's just,
seems to be your go-to recently.
yeah, well, it surprises me because I don't know, it's just a nice beer. It's a little bit sweet with a bit of bitterness on the back end. I mean, yeah, I just enjoy it. And then when I'm thinking about, what am I going to do? Like, I'll just do a Captain's Choice. I do have, I was going to keg it today, but I ran out of time.
We've got some comments. Sorry to cut you off there. Darlena, you might know that person.
Uh,
Hi, Darlena. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Darlena.
Hope you're having a good night.
Welcome to the 60-Minute Mash. What was I going to do? I was actually going to just share it. I'll just, Brewfather. Right, so, what's this one I've got up here? Well, this is my Captain's Choice. You can see that all right?
If I put it on the right screen. There we go, yeah.
So this one I put down.
Hi, Solomon.
Hey, Solo. Capitain.
What's going on, brother?
Looking at the camera, yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, guys, thanks for joining
Malt
us.
Hops is just about to run us through some Captain Choices stats. So buckle in.
Such a lovely beer. Which is really weird, and I know I've been on about this before, but my rat pill, he's been giving me grief again. So when I started fermentation, it was 1041, and then when the rat pill finally kicked in, like, I don't know, half an hour later, it's telling me it's 1026. So it's wrong from the start. The temperature is not even right. So
And you said you were going to recalibrate it. Did you end up doing that?
no, I didn't get a chance. But I can just say I use it. Like, I check my fridge temps with the Inkbird. They're fine. It just gives me a gauge on the, like, it doesn't matter what it reads as long as it flat lines. It stays flat line. Like, it's not going to change. But that's funny it did that. Well, of course, like when I put it in. So I don't know. I've got to pull it out, and because the temp should be only about 19. So it's not reading right everywhere, so I don't get it. Anyway, that's another whinge. But at least I know it does it, and I'm not, I know it does it, so it's just disappointing. So the one I was going to keep today is my Galaxy Smash, and I just didn't get a chance. Probably won't get to key it till Friday now. And you can see, like, the rat pill, which is, I think this is my yellow one. It's reading fine, no, it's not.
It's off too. Yeah, so microphone is on. I double checked that one. Thank you for pointing that out.
Good job, Captain.
Appreciate that. Need all the help I can get over here. So the rat pill's not reading right on that one either.
No, this is like the temp. I don't know why it says that.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, hang on, no, that's. Well, maybe I'm just looking at the wrong thing, but that's reading right.
Oh, it is.
So it's reading 1009, and it's reading 3 point. Yeah, because it's cold crash. It's been at 3 degrees since the 28th, so about 4 days.
Yeah,
so it should be really good to go on Friday.
So you've only got the one fermenter fridge in use at the moment?
No, the two of them. This one is the Smash, the Galaxy Smash.
Oh, Okay.
That's the one that'll be kegged, and this is the one I put down last weekend.
Sorry,
So
I'm
I'll
with you.
need to keg on Friday, so I've got a spare fermenter for Saturday. I've not even thought of what I'm going to put down yet. I've been looking at a few different things, which we can bring up after you tell us what you've been brewing and making and drinking.
Yep.
I'm drinking my bowline at the moment, nice and cold.
It's a big glass too.
It is. It's to save my legs, so I don't have to get up so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what have you been brewing and drinking?
Well, I've still got the. I'll pinch the share screen there. I've still got the usual hop specs in the fermenter fridge at the moment. I'm not sure if you can see that. Let me try and enlarge that.
You see it went down pretty quick.
So I was going to check with you my rat pill because for some reason it didn't auto connect to the fermentation stats. I did it the day after, but it already dropped. Like it went in at 10:48, but by the time I switched it on, it already got down to 10:34. I couldn't figure out a way to backdate because the data's still there in the wrapped cloud. I couldn't figure out a way to backdate it to the day before.
If you go into devices, and this is the one that you're using, and then go into settings.
Configure?
Yeah, that one. Sorry. I just saw the cog and automatically thought it was.
No, that's just offsets.
Cancel out of that one.
Maybe this one? Select series? Oh, no.
Yeah, can't get out of that one again.
Yeah.
Out of here as well.
Oh,
Devices.
yeah.
And then I think there's an option down here. I could be just grasping at straws. What does that say? Fermentation. If you go into this one here, where it says fermentation profile, and then the one on the right.
Yeah, the start, the fermentation profile. Edit.
That one.
Edit.
Yeah.
That's just the.
Oh, okay. Well, if there's one there.
I mean, it's got the fermentation start date, which I would assume.
Well, can you change that?
Yeah, I did. It's on the 22nd. I put it to the 21st, and it doesn't. Yeah. I won't refresh, but
up where it says readings. So you kept it on the 9th. Go to the pen on the right.
That's the month. That's the 22nd of the 9th.
Oh, well, I always get that mixed
toggle raw
pen
days.
on the right.
So did you say go up to readings?
Yeah, and then go to the pen. That one. Edit.
Yeah.
Does that give you an option in there?
I go back to the 20.
I only did it to delete a reading because it was such a stupid reading.
I've done that too when I forgot to flick it to completed and it just keeps tailing on. No, it doesn't bring up anything because I think once you've set the device, it captures the
data.
Yeah, that data in that window. But I edited it down here to the 1048. I was one gravity point off my target.
Yeah.
But I just thought you might know if there was something else to do, but
no. The only other option I know of is you can do an offset, a gravity offset.
Yeah. But I think that's would bump the whole red bar up.
Yeah, I think I did it, but I couldn't see where it worked anyway. So.
Yeah, anyway, that's still sitting in the keg. that's going to be dry hopped. I was actually going to do it today, but time got away on me. So I'll dry hop it tomorrow, cold crush it Friday,
This is the one.
Saturday.
This is okay. This is the one we were surprised that like was fermenting for so long. Is that the one?
Oh, all of them I'm surprised that I let ferment so long because the job's done really after a couple of days. But I'm sticking to a recipe.
Yeah, well, that's true.
But I just finished that Squire. The reason I got this is because we went out on the weekend and I needed beer. And I couldn't take my keg fridge, unfortunately. So, and I thought I'll get lucky for this episode, but this is the very last Iron Hog XPA.
Oh, okay.
So that's 5 weeks.
I was going to say that's the one we were drinking when Solo and I were there, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's 5 weeks now. That's the last. That's
You
all
can
I
see
got.
the cobwebs on the. I can see the cobwebs on the top of the head.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely
I
the
think the longest I've ever had a keg last would be like 7 days, and that's when I first started brewing. Now,
Yeah, that's right, Solo. This is that same drop from last time, my guy. But yeah, that's it. That's done. That's it. And next week, I'll have actually get to put my lips on the usual hop specs. So, pretty stoked about that. Pretty stoked about that.
very nice. So, have you got a couple in series now, or?
In series?
Yeah, like last week, nobody could probably hear. But we were talking about, we went through and we were picking some of the brews that you're going to do over the next few weeks.
Oh,
Coming up.
yeah, that will be delivered before. I'll order that tomorrow. So when it gets here, it gets here.
Oh, okay. One at a time.
I'll order the 3 at a time.
Oh, okay.
So that at this rate, that's 4 months worth of beer.
Yeah, well, for you it is.
Yeah. Oh,
Because you're doing single batches. I'd have to refrain from my afternoon drinking. Just so I had it for the weekend.
yeah.
Probably
Well, coming into summer, I don't see these lasting as long. But I've had a few weekends away and been busy, so it's not normal that this would last this long at all.
Yeah, see, for me the weekend is the heaviest. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely have a few in the pipeline, which I'm excited about because there was one there. It was like a technical nightmare. I don't think I saved the recipe on my Brewfather app, but
I don't know. I think that was a couple of weeks ago, and you told me I had to pick up my game. That's when I did a Galaxy Smash beer.
oh yeah,
But I did go through and do a very small boil edition, then a 0 boil edition, and then a hop stand, and then a dry hop. So I'm pretty keen to see what it comes out like, and that's my Galaxy Smash.
yeah.
Pretty keen.
Plus, I got a bunch of grains I got to get rid of. They're just taking up space here. I mean, they're in containers, but I don't want that shit to go stale. I want to get a few brews out of it. And
Yeah, we'll put something together. I've done that before. Just
yeah,
a mixture of grains and a mixture of hops.
yeah. I was gonna
Clean it up.
pick your brain and try and put something together tonight, but I just didn't even get to write down my inventory. So kind of.
What are you doing, man? What are you doing?
Well, and I've got German Pilsner. I got Vienna. I got ale malt.
Well, your Vienna and your German Pilsner, they're going to be very similar, I reckon.
Are they? Okay.
So if you're going to, I mean, I could be wrong, but it's German Pilsner, which I think is more flavourable than our Australian Pilsner, which is generally what I use. And your Vienna has got like honey notes. Like I use Vienna all the time, except in a smash beer. So I would use your pale, your Vienna, or use your pale and your German Pilsner and see what you get. Put it in your recipe and just see what you come up with.
Yeah, I should probably do that.
But you'll get, because of those grains, you should be able to do like a European lager.
And I've got some Hallertau, so that should work.
Spot on. Hallertau, SARS, they're the main two that I've used for when I've done the European lager.
Yeah, and I've got an extra couple of packets of Nova Lager too, so
Yeah.
I finally get the double batch going again.
Yeah, well, I've been just double batching because I'm used to double batch, and it's like, well, if you bugger it up, you got to drink 2 kegs.
Yeah, that's
It
it.
wouldn't be the first time I've added some sweetener to it if it's that bad.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. You keep those mixers on standby.
Yeah, well, I got plenty of those if I run short.
Yeah, okay. Well, what I'll do is I'll weigh all the ingredients I have, and next week we'll throw something together.
Righto. That sounds like a plan.
Yeah. Okay. Well, looking forward to that already.
Yeah, I always enjoy putting a recipe together. But, I suppose I always work with what I've got, so I'm always using the Voyager Atlas, and I've always got Vienna. And I think to myself, oh, actually, that's what I'm doing this week. Steve at the brew shop, I said to him, next week when I come in, I said, you're going to help me put a red recipe together.
Oh,
So
okay.
we're going to do a recipe for a red, and I'll do that on the weekend.
Okay.
Because I've never done one. He knows how to do them, so...
You go for I don't know, is there a session red, or you go for
I'll probably
7%?
I'll probably do a single batch.
Yeah.
Being so rich, like rich in flavour and stuff like that. I couldn't sit on a red beer as a session beer, but there could be a red beer.
Oh, yeah, not that bock I made. That was heavy. 2 of those, and I was ready for bed.
Yeah. I could work on a Guinness next, but you can only drink 1 or 2 of those, and that's a meal.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Another beer that I liked from, if I remember, the Irish pubs was Killarney or Kilkenny or something like that. It was not as heavy as Guinness, but it was a nice drop. Sort of, I don't know, must have been between like a session beer and like a Guinness or a stout. But it was, it's a nice drop.
What'd you say it was called?
Killarney or Kilkenny or something. It's normally at the Irish pubs. I mean, I've only ever had it, I think, Harrigan's. But it's an Irish beer. What did you come up with?
Not much, because I spelt beer wrong.
I thought it was the Killarney bit you had to struggle with.
Oh, I probably have too. Kilkenny. No, there's an Irish beer called the Kilkenny.
That's the one, Kilkenny. I mixed it up because I also do it must be an Irish cream, and it's called Kilkenny as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
that's the one. They do it like a Bailey's, but it's not a Bailey's. It's like a cheaper version of a Bailey's. But that's the one, Kilkenny.
Yeah, right.
And it's it's not as heavy as a Guinness, because I like both. But Guinness, you have 1 or 2 Guinnesses, and it's like, give me something a bit lighter.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Okay, So that's what you're gonna try. Oh, you're gonna try and throw together.
Well, not this. Down the track, I might. The Kilkenny. I don't know if I'd ever do the Guinness, but the Kilkenny you could drink a bit more of.
Yeah. Okay.
But just the red. I just said to Steve, let's just help me put a red together,
Yeah. Okay.
and we can use the Voyager. I think he said, "Oh, we can use that ale, the grain, but I just have to get a few crystal malts."
Yep. Yep.
And he knows the yeast and everything I need to use.
All right.
But it's good that I can just say, "All right, I'm going to put this down." We haven't missed a beat really. We've made some. We've made one, and then we've made changes to it, and we've ended up with a nice recipe. But and then he's got the red because I've never done a red, and then there's a few other ones. I've never done a sour. I've never done a. I don't know if I'll ever do a. The sours are nice. The sours are good if you get the right one. I'm trying to think of the other one. Oh, when I first tried it, it was like one of my off beers, but added with dishwasher water. It was horrible.
Jesus.
I'm trying to think of Saison. You ever had a Saison?
No, I don't think I have.
Yeah, don't rush.
Okay. You're not really.
That's what this
You're not
one-
You're not really selling it.
Oh no, it is. Like Steve, he likes it. He's obviously got a broader palate than me, but he thought it was great, and I was actually seriously thought, oh, he's giving me this sample, and I'm going, oh, it's like one of my off beers. Oh. And I upset him. I think
Was
he
it?
didn't say anything.
Was it supposed to taste like
It's
that?
supposed to taste like
Oh,
what
okay.
But him and the other guy that was there said that's a typical Saison, and I thought, well, I won't be making any of them.
Yeah.
But sours are nice. They're not a traditional beer, but they're very drinkable, very sessionable drinks.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
still taste a bit like a beer, but they've got a sour tang to them. That's one you might need to look at in your list of beers that you're going to do is a sour.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of that one that I'm going to make. I was just trying to think of the technical aspects to it, but it had like that orange flavor additive, and yeah, I'm going to have my hands full with. I'm going to have my hands full with this next couple. So
Well, it all adds to the experience.
yeah, and I've done my red beer for the year. I think I'll wait
Well,
till
you said maybe next year in the colder months.
yeah, when it comes in the winter, definitely. That's when I think I'll stuff around with that shit. But yeah, yeah,
I mean, some of the beers, up the poorhouse up the road in Maitland from the brewery,
yeah,
they got beers where they got some really nice beers, but there's a lot of beers there where you think, yeah, that'll do me. On to the next one.
yeah.
They're just heavy and pretty much not to my palate. Like there's one that I had that had, what was it? It was about 8%. I only had a midi of it. It was so bloody expensive.
8%.
You didn't want any more of it. Like it was like a like it had it tasted like it had aniseed in it, like a sambuca or something, like aniseed, and then with the notes of like a cinnamon or the sweetness notes, and it was just it was a glass of beer. I couldn't tell you the name of it. That was Christmas time.
Yeah, this is the closest thing I'll be drinking to a red until next winter.
What is that wine?
No, it's some firewater with raspberry.
Right.
Something.
Oh, with the raspberry lollies in it.
No, actually,
No?
I picked the one with the green lollies, but I've used the raspberry mixer.
Oh, I was going to say because it looks like the how pale it is.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it comes up a bit clearer, but low calories. It's pretty good. And I watch the figure.
The job. Warm the cockles of your souls.
I gotta watch the calories. I got 3 weddings to go to over the next month and a half. Make sure.
When's Brad coming up?
15
That's
days.
one of them.
15 days. Actually, that reminds me, I should go pick my suit up. I just got it back from the tailor's just finished with it, so I've got to...
Yeah. Oh, do they have to add some material?
No, smart ass. No, it fit well. It was just length in the arms and legs because it was a new suit. So
So you bought it to fit your guts to start with.
yeah, but we bought it before. I was worried. we got them before winter, and they said, "Oh, you're gonna get them fitted to get tailored." And I'm like, "Whoa, we're about to hit winter. Let's not get ahead of ourselves." But a few beers to drink between now and then.
Yeah, you'd be surprised, like me. Oh, I haven't even weighed myself, but I just know I'm just put on a bit of weight. But the warmer weather coming in, I should get a bit more physical.
Yeah, it's getting motivated. I just got to stop snacking. You tally up all the bits and pieces that I eat. It's just... Anyway, this isn't the fitness channel. This is the drinking channel.
Definitely right there. We could call it the least fitness channel.
Yeah, and that's one thing I'm going to start looking at on my home brew stuff is like the nutritional information. Like some of this shit, like one beer, 121 calories. Like you have like a couple of beers, man. That adds up quick.
Yeah, and apparently the percentage of alcohol accounts for calories as well, so not just the contents.
Well, all I know is if I have 12 of these, that's 1,000 calories, and then I wake up hungover and all I want's KFC, so that's another 3,000 calories. So it's not just the beer, it's the next day where I'm a bit dusty.
KFC be the last thing I want to go. My thing is to be pies. Oh, I want a pie.
Pie. Yeah, pie, I'll do a pie. But yeah.
Or bacon and egg hamburger with heaps of sauce.
Oh, stop it. See, you're the problem. I had a guy come in today at work and he had 2 boxes of Krispy Kreme donuts
Serious?
to share around. And I was like, you're the fucking devil, aren't you? Here to tempt me. No, get that out of here.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah.
I don't have that problem. Except when Solo was over, we were always tempted to have KFC from time to time. They just have to be ducking up. And it's like they'd grab me a 6-pack of devil wings. It was like, oh, okay.
If I must. Yeah.
Bloody lovely. Anyway, what have I got? I was just perusing through some stuff this afternoon.
Oh, you've got something. Okay.
Because I've been a little bit laxing lately, and I've been busy, but...
Yeah, come on, man. I've been...
You've been carrying the show?
Yeah, I've been keeping this shit afloat. Except for the 30 minutes of no microphone last week.
Yeah, well, I did all the work last week.
You did. Oh, what a shocker.
It's still there too, like you were going to delete it. But...
Oh, well, I went into... And it just was lagging to load it and clip it. And I was like, who cares? Who cares?
Yep. A bit of a laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, my computer's been pretty slow.
Oh.
It's been this afternoon. Don't know why, but anyway, I've got my stuff done.
Just on the web stuff or just the computer in general?
No, I was downloading... I was just going through a few websites, so I had a few windows open, and they were just... when you go to scroll down and sit down and think, oh, shit, what's wrong? Because my computer never does that. But we've also got extra people hanging off the network, so that could have been why. They're all watching their movies and everything, so... Because we've got... Well, Darlene does, Ivy doesn't. But when you've got Madeline hanging off, Darlene hanging off, Mia hanging off, and then Mum comes home, and she'll be hanging off the network, and it's like, shit, I just want to download a page.
You need to start shaping them it's a on
Well, I had
on Telstra you can select certain devices and give them a priority.
yeah, well,
You just give yourself top priority, my
yeah,
friend.
well, I had fast speed. I had super fast speed, but it was costing me like for when I was on the sim. But I haven't been using the sim a great deal, and I thought, oh well, the sim worked before I upped the speed, so it was costing me like $170 a month to have that super fast speed.
Oh, yep.
So I did that for a
that's
couple of
pricey.
years. Yeah, that's Telstra, but it's super fast, like 150 megabits guaranteed, whereas the normal one is about 50, which is that's what I went back to. Well, it might be 100. Anyway, it's slower. Have it have on and off on the sim, I think. But today was the first time I really noticed it was a bit laggy. But anyway, getting back to my point,
Share your screen.
I just had a thing come through.
You sharing your screen? Were you sharing something?
Oh, that's what I went to do. I forgot.
Yeah, sorry. I thought I'd cut you off before you got to.
What's the one I'm looking for here? Oh, I told my idiot. Right. So I'll go back to my page because I'm used to trying to do it on the share.
I think I'm going to blow up our background to when we share a screen is to make the whole screen the share screen.
But we sit in front of it or we just sit behind it?
No, we sit where we are, but our whole background will be the screen that we're sharing.
Oh, yep. Would that save a bit of work for you that it just fits in the screen?
It's not. It's more work because I've got to change stuff, but I
okay.
just feel like if people are trying to read that, it's a bit smaller.
Yeah, or we can see it.
Yeah, we seen it. Yeah, I'm just bringing it up on my phone. Yeah, see, if I was trying to read any of that shit, I wouldn't be able to read what you're sharing.
Well, see, I've got it on my big TV, and I still can't read it.
Oh, there you go.
So, it's about 3 meters away from me, and it's a 40-inch TV, and no, I can't read it. It's only the fact that I have it in front of me on my screen here.
That's all right. Well, you're gonna read through it, so
yeah. So anyway, I think I was sitting there contemplating the world, and I thought, there's something we can have a look at tonight. What is the most popular hops that commercial breweries are using? And it's quite surprising. There's a couple of them that I've been told, which is a lot of them, like a lot of your, say your Carlton Dries, your Extra Dries, all that kind of flavour. They use a lot of that Pride of Ringwood. But if we go through, like this isn't true to form. This is if you're going to make a clone, but you've got to be using similar hops to the commercial guys if you're going to make a clone.
yeah.
So Beck's, I haven't had Beck's for a long time, but they use Hallertau and SARS. Beck's is overseas. I don't know if it's European, it could be. Bogues, well, that's Tasmania. They use in Hallertau. And then you got Carlton Mid-Strengths, which you're getting into popular ones now, Pride of Ringwood. Cascade Premium, Hallertau. So Cascade Premium comes from the same brewery as Bogue, or Bogue's Cascade is a Bogue's beer. So they're using Hallertau. Crown Lager, Pride of Ringwood and Hallertau. So, we've both used Hallertau. Have you ever used Pride of Ringwood?
Never even heard of it.
Yeah, but that's one of the most popular beers in some of your commercial beers. Dog Bolter, never heard of the beer, but they're using Hallertau.
Is that
That's a WA.
Pride of Ringwood? Like that's like you can buy that. You don't.
Yeah. All these are readily available through your online, like your brew shops or online or whatever.
Yeah.
They're all using the same hops as what we use.
Because I thought these big breweries, they had their own hops that they had patented that you couldn't buy from a commercial, or you couldn't buy from a supplier.
Some of them do with yeast, but I'm not aware of the hop side of it.
Okay, yeah. maybe that's where I crossed the wires.
Yeah, a lot of them. Because you know how expensive it is. I mean, have you watched some videos on people growing hops?
I
How
have.
how hit and miss it is.
Oh, what do you mean? Like, for the when they harvest?
Well, hit and miss as with the weather and getting the right weather and then a good harvest,
Yeah, the yield.
getting good size.
Yeah,
Oh, bud is the only word that comes to my head.
yeah. It's like growing
Good size hop.
any plant that has buds on it. Not that I know of many other plants that have buds on them, but from what I've heard down the pipeline, there's there's so many. Like, can they do hydroponic hops? Is that a thing?
Oh, you'd be able to, but it'd be very hard because they grow up on vines. You'd have to have a massive big shed.
Yeah,
I don't know that you'd produce enough to justify it.
the cost. The cost. Yeah. Okay.
I did watch one video a while ago, and they actually still growing them outside, but they put lights. They actually put, I can't think of the name of them. They must have been something similar, and that was to help the actual hops grow better. And one place I watched the other week, they've actually got. Oh no, it's not the hops. But they actually have speakers on top of their fermenting tanks, and they play music to
Oh,
their
I've heard of
beer.
that weird shit. I thought that was a urban legend.
No, I actually watched a video on one of the breweries. And it's a New South Wales brewery, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, anyway, getting back to the hops.
Yeah. Yep.
Emu Bitter, that's a WA beer, prior to Ringwood. Hahn Premium, SARS. So most of these hops are very tame, low bittering, high aroma. They're all multi-talented hops.
I'd love to know how much they use per. What are they brewing? Fucking 10,000 liters.
Oh, well, some of the smaller breweries don't even do, they'll just brew more. Yeah, I think I've got one where it'll give you an example of a recipe on different sizes, but we'll come to that.
Okay.
So we've got Heineken, which uses Hallertau and SARS. Heineken's a big beer. James Squire Amber uses Cluster. I've never heard of that one. Kilkenny Beer uses Goldings. I've heard of that one.
Okay.
Little Creatures Pale. That's more of a craft beer. They use Chinook and Cascade.
Okay.
Popular one.
Yeah, we know those. Yeah.
A Pilsner Urquell. Can't say I've heard of that, but that's Hallertau and SARS. Redback, never tried it. SARS. Rogers is Cascade. Steinlager is Super Alpha. Stella, SARS. Tui's Old Cluster. Yeah, so they're all pretty much, within a handful of bloody hops. Now VB, nobody wants to know about that, but anyway, Cluster, they use Cluster. I was surprised by their take on this one. Though all cub beers were made with POR, or a derivative of hop oil from them. Okay. Oh, prior to Ringwood, POR. Have also found that many Cooper's sparkling clone recipes recommend prior to Ringwood hops, which also surprised the guy that wrote this thing. And that comes from the Malt House. I tried to find the original article, but it just stalled on me.
Yeah, okay.
So I thought that was quite interesting. And then here is...
I think you've inspired my next series on the YouTube channel. Clone.
Well, I just thought I just thought I've got to... we've just been talking about what we're doing, but, and we're not... I don't know. It's like we need to learn some more shit as well. So
Yeah,
I just
absolutely.
thought,
Definitely.
we haven't done a lot with hops.
Yeah.
So this is a couple of years ago, but the most used overall hops. Now, once again, I wonder if I can click on the right thing and make... Can you see? Yeah, you can. So yeah. I just want to... That's better. Most hops, most used hops. So the top one is looks like Cascade and then Citra. and then the yellow one is Centennial. So Centennial's been around for a long time, been a popular hop for a long time. I've used Centennial. I used to use Centennial and Simcoe a lot, and Simcoe is, I think that's Simcoe about here, 5%. And then get down to SARS. Surprising enough, he is up around the 15% or 10%. Yeah, so gives you an idea of the hops and where they're situated with in their usage.
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
What does it say? So the 3 C hops, which is Mosaic, Simcoe, and Centennial generally, there's actually 5 C hops, which are the most popular ones for American beer, which is Centennial. Oh, I can't even remember now. But there is 5.
Citra.
Cascade, Citra. There's 3, and there is another couple. So this site is just beermaverick.com. It's an overseas site.
Yeah, I've used them for hop substitutes. Hop substitution, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. So Citra and Cascade, they're up 15% of all recipes searched.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just saying, so it just gives them their fruity profile. So then we've got 16% Cascade, 15% Citra, 9.6 Mosaic, Magnum 9.5 Amarillo. That one, that's a good hop. I don't use it enough. I should give it more of a go. Centennial, I used to use it regularly, and Simcoe I used to use it regularly. And SARS, I've only ever used it in my European lager.
Yeah, that's funny. Because that, you say we need to branch out more on the hops, but that list there, like that's 80% of the hops I've used since home brewing, and even in the kits and shit from Kegland, like that's the hops they're giving in that
Mosaic,
also.
Citra, Centennial, Hallertau, Columbus is one I used to use.
Galaxy.
Yeah, Galaxy. I've just started like my Galaxy Smash. I'm very interested to see how that's going to come out.
Well, I'm not sure the date range. Probably said there the date range on that, but you'll start to see these fruitier hops overtake. I'd say, with the popularity of hazies, West Coast.
Well, it's breaking up. So this is the most bittering hops. It goes through the list of the bittering hops and gives you a breakdown of your bittering. Now, Citra apparently is one of the most popular bittering hops. Columbus, Tomahawk, they're the same, CTZ. So Columbus, Tomahawk, and Centennial, and obviously Zeus. I remember seeing that. Bittering, most used aroma hop. So the most used aroma hop, Cascade.
Yeah. Huh.
And then the next one is Citra, which surprised me. I thought Citra would have been on top, but it's pretty even when you look at the graph. They're up here,
Citra
down here, up here.
Yeah.
Well, Citra wins it, getting close to 2020.
But Galaxy's moving up because that must be a fairly new hop. It's gone from 0% up to 2%.
No, I think, the Galaxy's been around forever.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it's been around for a while.
Right.
Galaxy 2.6. So it's quite interesting just to go through most used for dry hopping. See?
Okay, now we're talking.
Citra's definitely up there.
Citra's still up there. Jesus, Citra's a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, it just comes up a Mosaic. It's up there. Like that Misty Horizon, that's just Citra Mosaic, and that's you've tasted it. It's beautiful beer. Like it's a sweet beer, but
it's nice.
So you can see here, El Dorado, I've never used it. But these other ones for dry hopping, so you only dry hop for aroma. So that's quite interesting. Oh, my computer's lagging again.
And the survey says...
So...
just scroll up a bit for a sec. What was that chart there? the 2018 hop respondents.
2018 hop survey results.
Respondents reporting shortfall in variety. Oh, okay. So they haven't had a good season, a good harvest.
Yeah, probably what it means. El Dorado is a popular one. So we've got Citra, Mosaic, Simcoe, Cascade, Amarillo, Centennial, Galaxy, and El Dorado for dry hopping. So yeah, so I found that interesting. So I'm going to get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. And going on to Hop Beer Australia. Pops Australia. This is probably, I don't know if a lot of people know about this, but they don't do every hops, but they do the Australian hops, of course, and they also have access to some of the overseas hops. But they've got so many resources. Not only can you go through, and apparently this is a new thing, dynamic dry hopping system. I didn't really look into that because I couldn't afford it anyway.
Just before you share that screen, I'm just going to go grab a drink. Are you dry? Are you good?
No, I'll go and do the same.
All right. Well, we'll do that. We'll finish up your segment, and then we'll do some funnies and call it.
Right, yeah.
All right.
Are you getting a beer?
Yeah.
Right. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
We're back.
Are we both back?
We're back.
That's the question.
We're back. Mics are hot. I'm double checking. We're good.
Welcome back.
Yeah, still haven't screen shared.
Oh, didn't I? Oh, that was a bit
Not
slack.
this window.
Right. Okay. So getting back to Hop Products Australia.
HBA. I think I have seen this, but yeah, okay.
Well, it's hops.com.au, so you can't really forget it. The web address is hops.com.au. So anyway, just going through it. I've always gone through it to get some ideas on hops and the aroma side of it, the bittering side of it. They are limited to a bit, but they still have a lot of resources where you can go through and you can have a look at what they're doing. So a couple of things is, they mainly deal with wholesalers. So for us little home brewers, probably wouldn't supply us because we'd only be wanting, just give me a kilo of this and a kilo of that, and it'd still be cheap buying.
Yeah, okay.
Compared to what we pay for it now.
Yeah.
But anyway, a couple of things I went through is they have a recipe, got a resources. They've got like a brewing calculator, and they've got a recipe book. Now the recipe book I downloaded, and I'll share this tab. Make sure you can see it.
Make sure you're not putting any sensitive information out there into the universe.
Not that I'm aware of. I've been through it, and all it does is give beer recipes.
Yep.
So we just pick a hops, and then gives you a brief explanation on the actual hop and stuff like that, and then you got a bit of a story about the hops. Then you got your beer sensory side of things.
Oh, I love analytics. Let's go.
Raw hop, beer sensory, analytical data. It'll be giving you all your information on the oils.
Yeah.
And here you go. Here's a strong hazy pale recipe. So you were asking about quantities before. So I'm not sure if this will. See, to me, I don't understand it that much because we got kilos, ingredients in kilos or 10 hectolitres. And then you got it in pounds or 10 barrels.
Yeah, it's how many kilos you'd use per 10 hectolitres.
Well, what's the kilograms though?
That's how many kilos of hops you'd use.
Oh, per 10
for
kilos.
every 10 hectolitres.
Yeah, right. So there you go, 23 kilos for a 10 hec, and 65 kilos of pale, and then your 70 of wheat. And this is to make a hazy pale. Now, if you get down to the hops, this will answer your question. 1 kilo dry hop. Well, there's no boil additions. Dry hop. And they're using Vic Secret. That's another popular one. And Brew 1T90, whatever. So that's nearly half a kilo, so 400 grams, and 1 kilo in a dry hop on day one. Now let's read their method.
Yeah, let's check there.
So they're mashing in at 55 degrees. They'll raise the temperature for saccharification to 73, rest for 30 minutes, and then up to 78, raise temperature, mash out immediately.
What do I mean rest? I'll keep it at 73 for 30 minutes.
Yeah, that must be what they do. Raise to temperature for saccharification. So that must be to get the sugars out, convert the sugars. Yep. I've heard the terminology before, but I can't remember. It's just probably something, like we cook it mash temp, protein rest. So they do a protein rest for 20 minutes. And then
at
you got
55, geez, that's low.
So that to me would be a very, very dry beer. Very dry beer.
Yeah, right. That's okay.
Because in your temperature scales, this is what I learnt the other week. In your temperature scales, the lower you mash, the drier the beer, the more fermentable sugars you get. Like you're getting fermentable sugar.
Is that lower for longer, or just lower in general for the hour?
No, it's just to be dry. So anything below 70 degrees is fermentables. Anything above 70 degrees is body. So they're not fermentable sugars that you're getting out of it.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah. So anyway, they're doing a boil 60 to 90 minutes.
What's a knockout?
Well, at 20 degrees, 68. Knockout. Maybe that's what they knock it down to when they.
Oh,
when
before
do it.
they knock it down to 20 before they
Yeah.
ferment it.
And then they ferment it at 22.
Well,
4 to 5 days.
how do they get the extra 2 degrees? Okay.
Well, their fermentation. They're only saying fermentation.
Oh,
2
knock
degrees.
it to 20, ferment
And it'll come up to 20.
it to 22. Yeah.
Like now we knock it in a little bit higher and wait for it to come down to meet the temp.
How's their diacetyl rest at 22? Don't we need to go a bit higher?
I don't know. Maybe they just leave it at the same temp and let it sit for 3 days at temperature.
And they've got some type of measurement where it's the VDK is negative. They're getting a...
You can actually do a diacetyl rest. If you Google it, you'll see there's lots of easy ways to do not a diacetyl rest, to test your beer to see if it's got diacetyl in it. And it's a pretty easy test. I never do it. I think it was the cause of some of my problems, but I think I fixed them another way. Chill. So there you go. So that's a Stone and Wood brewing recipe.
Oh, I need to get onto this. This has got more technical information on it than I've read about in the last few
So if
months.
you go to another recipe, we click on Ella. Ella is another popular beer, gives you some history, a bit of info about it,
Yeah.
some stats on it, and then you're going to do a Hefeweizen.
Did they give us the yeast that they used on the Galaxy?
No, it doesn't give
on
you
that
yeast,
Stone
it just gives you grain. I didn't see yeast, unless it was on a side pattern.
No, that's not the one you clicked before, was it?
Yeah, no, this is another one, but it still have it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But it doesn't have the yeast.
Okay.
That's their secret. They're not giving it all away. There's an IPA, 7.3%.
Wait, is this a legit recipe or is this the clone? Like they think?
No. This is it says down the bottom who it was on the last one. Well, there's a porter. Steve Gonzalez Stone Brewing. So these are recipes from brewers.
Ooh.
Oh, here's yeast on one of them, California Ale, and that's an IPA.
Okay.
220 kilos.
Pale malt. Yeah, that's up there.
Yeah, that's huge.
That's
But it doesn't
that's a
give you-
pallet and a half.
And it gives you mash temperatures. I generally run about 67 mash in, and then I mash out at 78. I don't know how you rapidly raise your temperature. I've never rapidly raised it because you hit the buttons and wait for it to raise.
I'd like to see their button to rapidly raise that shit.
Yeah.
Just flamethrowers.
Maybe running on like 3-phase and stuff like that. But that one doesn't have yeast. Oh, it has yeast up there. So what was the first one? It was a Galaxy one. Original story. That's a strong hazy. Yeast.
Okay, 1056 ale. Alright. So it does tell us. Alright. Ooh. This is interesting.
Might be the original one. Oh, that's the strong hazy. That's the one I...
No, it told us 1056 yeast.
Yeah, but I was looking for the one I did before.
Oh.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. If you go to hops.com.au, go through their resources, I think it's... they've got some very good resources there.
Yes, sir.
Quickly having a look through. Hop sensory certifications, virtual... Yeah, I didn't go through. I just went to the important ones. The brewing calculator. I got a bit lost on that, but you can put in your IBU units and your brew volume, and then click on one of these, and it'll give you what you need, supposedly. But anyway, I just thought it was a great site for information.
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
and that's all I've got.
I think that
And
I think that calculator was telling you if you're replacing full hops with the T90 pellets.
It could be
The
right.
conversion.
Okay. Oh yeah, looking at substitute for traditional T90 pellets. So that'll give you, yeah, okay.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. We're gonna wrap this shit up, or you got something funny to show me?
I'll get something funny to show you. It's just a quick one.
Good. I love. This is my favorite part.
Have you got one?
I've got one. It's
Oh,
it's not my best, but it's
no, this is not my best either. But yeah, and
make sure it's not too bloody loud.
it's
A banned beer commercial. This will be good.
I think it's more visual than loud, but anyway. Pretty crap quality. Is that not too loud?
That sounds okay. Oh, I know this one.
I hadn't seen it before. Anyway,
This is an episode of How I Met Your Mother, isn't it?
Actually, the quality of it looks better on the replay than it does on the screen.
Yeah, that's that's pretty funny, man. I love ads like that. Shit that got banned. You don't see shit like that these days.
No, we had some good old beer ads in Australia back in the day. Although overseas, the European guys, they did some weird stuff with beer ads.
Oh, they did. Anyway, mine's not as funny. Definitely not as funny. But it's just a little example of how home brewing can go wrong, and adding to the list of reasons why I do not use bottles and I use kegs. Old mate's got his paintball mask on. The audio sucks, but
But you remember the carton I had go off out the back?
oh, imagine opening that inside. And he's got the mask on. I reckon he's had bottles bust in his face. Look at that shit.
That's taken off something serious.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be long before they started exploding looking at that.
Yeah, that's why I think he's out there popping them. There's no saving that. Oosh.
Imagine opening it and going to pour a beer.
Yeah. Blow your
glass out of your hand.
Yeah, no. Bottles. No. Yeah, that's a launching. So that's a homebrew apple cider that he's done there.
Oh, okay.
And I've bought bottles of apple cider from the big vineyards up at Hunter Valley.
Yeah.
Have done the exact same thing. So
shit.
Yeah, I think apple cider, you run a high risk of that happening.
Yeah, especially bottled, because I've kegged it. I've never had a problem when I've kegged it.
Yeah, that's right, because you can just let that gas out if it gets fucking nuts.
Yeah, well, you're a bit more in control and shoving little lollies in.
Yeah. Cool. All right. On that note, we're going to love and leave all our beautiful viewers. Thanks for sticking around. Listen to us talk.
Thanks,
shit.
guys. Thanks, Solo. Thanks, Darlena.
And Cloud Sky, who said we're so preppy. Appreciate that comment. Not sure what it meant, but we do appreciate you tuning in. If you're watching this episode and we're not live, you have any questions about anything you saw, pop them in the description below. If you're interested in checking out the Brewfather app, we do have a 5% off discount code in the description below, so please check that out. Really, just going to support us. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but we get a kickback and helps buy the beers that we drink while we make these episodes. So
It's been pretty dry lately too, guys, so, go down there and have a look.
check it out, check it out. All right. Peace and love. See ya.
See you next week. All right.